Okay, so today I'm going to attempt making a Kelly, I'm shit at this.
Come on! Start again. Go.
Okay, so today...
What's funny?
I don't know. Okay, go. Ready? Ready?
Look at me, not the camera.
Okay, so... today I'm going to do it.
No, you can't do it.
Because I know it's...
Straight face. Right, ready?
Yes.
Go.
Okay, so today I can't do it! Okay, so today I'm going to be making 1 gallon of wine. As you can see, all my demijohns are full, so I'm going to be using a bucket instead, which is perfectly fine to sit in there for a week or so. Now you can use kits. This was a gift, which would also make a gallon, but cost you about £8. Obviously, it's better quality, but you can still make wine if you ain't got, say, a kit like that, just from using juice. You just got to make sure it hasn't got any nasties in it, etc. If it has, you can just boil them away, no problem. But basically, I'm going to be using 5 of them in total. I've got 4 now because I don't want it to over ferment. Basically, as you can see, I have a lot of juice because it works just as well. It's just as good as a kit, except it's cheaper. You're going to need a few things. Number 1 is just over half a bag of sugar, depending on the sugar that's in it. Obviously, you can use a hydrometer to take a reading of the gravity and get on good old Google and work out the content of the sugar. If you'd like to come over here, you'll need a few extra things. Not essential because it's already in it. Is citric acid to give it a bit of a tartness on the tongue, which you don't need, but it's quite nice. Pectolase to break down the pectin in the fruit so that your wine is clearer at the end, basically. And we're going to be using yeast nutrient to give the yeast a bit of a kickstart, and we're going to be using wine yeast because dried active yeast works but won't give me the alcohol content I want. So that's basically it. I'm going to put it all together now. I'll probably do a voiceover because I've only got the one hand when I'm assembling it. But that's
quite sure why I cut myself off at the end of that video. But anyway, I've got myself a pint of boiling water and a sterilising tablet. And I'm just going to dump in all my equipment into the solution, just to make sure it's all sanitary and sterilised. Pop the lid on, and I decided to use some bentonite clay, only because I used it in the last batch of wine that I actually got round to bottling, and it worked quite well. It seemed to clear out before I even added in any fining agents. But yeah, I was going to give this a stir, but as soon as it hit the boiling water, it dissolved immediately, which is good. And then straight on top of the bentonite clay, we're just going to go in with our juice. Interesting fact. Bentonite clay is actually full of earth. My missus uses it doing facials, etc. It's a bit of a weird thing to be putting into your wine, but it seems to work. Straight to the end on this part. So we're going to dump in just over half a bag of sugar, just normal table sugar, it's fine. Just give that a stir to dissolve it. sugar on the bottom. I had to stir this for a good 5 minutes to get all the sugar dissolved. And there's basically a list of the ingredients that's in it. There's no nasties, which is good. Okay, before I add in the yeast, etc., I'm just going to take a hydrometer reading, just so I can see the starting gravity, see what I'm working with here. And it seems to be good. I'm looking at around 14% alcohol if all the sugar is fermented out. Now my camera decided to freeze, so I had to edit out me adding in the yeast nutrient, the other additives, etc. Which is a shame, but I knew. And then we're going to go straight on top of that with the yeast. Now, the liquid was stored at room temperature anyway. The liquid? The juice was stored at room temperature. So it's not going to kill the yeast. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It should be fine. Get an even coverage. I'm not going to stir it. And that's it. I'm going to pop the lid on and put it in a warm place. I'm going to stick this next to a radiator. That's it. I'll come back in 24 hours and see what's going on. So it's been 24 hours now, and as you can see, the yeast is doing the job, eating the sugar and fermenting it to alcohol. You can see the odd bubble coming up from the bottom, which means that it's working. So yeah, that's pretty much it.